So today, I'll be going over one of War Tycoon's biggest arguments slash debates, and it's been going on for years. And that is gonna be the snipers versus the automatic weapons in War Tycoon. I constantly see sniper users getting mad at like automatic weapon users and the other way around, like calling them sniper spammers and stuff, so this argument slash debate has no signs of ending, and today I'm just gonna go over and see which one's actually right, like which side is correct in the argument. Well, debate too, I guess. I don't know, is it an argument or debate, or like, is there a better word for this? I can't think of one at the moment, but if you have something, just let me know. Anyways, I'm gonna go over 10 things to determine which one's actually better, or right, I guess. So the first one, which one can kill you faster? And obviously, this point will go to the snipers, so that's 1-0. Also, snipers will be on the left, automatic weapons will be on the right. So with a sniper, I think all snipers one-shot you, I don't know if any don't. I know some DMRs like the M100, no, what is it called, like M1110, something like that. That sniper, well, DMR, doesn't one-shot you. There we go, the M110 rifle. This is a DMR, and no, it does not one-shot you, but that's technically not a sniper. It sorta is, but sorta isn't. Anyways, so the snipers one-shot you. That means one press of a button. Well, technically two, because you also have to like aim. Because snipers, you have to quickscope with them, so it's two buttons. Two buttons and you're done. The next category is which one actually requires more skill, and this one is actually a hard one. Because you have to land more shots with the automatic weapon, so it's kinda hard there. But with a sniper, you actually have to aim. If you miss a shot, that can actually be really bad for you, and yeah. It's also a lot harder to learn snipers, so. And like I said, it is a lot harder to have to quickscope than just spray a random room or something. So that point's also gonna go to the snipers, which makes it 2-0. The third category, which one actually allows you to miss shots, and that one's gonna go to the automatic weapons. Like I was talking about before, in a sniper, if you miss a shot, that can be really bad for you, but if you miss a few shots in an automatic weapon, nearly nothing's gonna happen to you. You just keep shooting, you have like 30 more bullets anyways. That means automatic weapons are way more forgiving than snipers are. You miss a shot with snipers, really bad. You miss a few shots with automatic weapons, nothing happens. Well, it's really only a big problem if you're like low on ammo or something. If you have a full magazine, nothing's gonna happen to you if you miss 3 shots. The fourth category, which one can you actually pull up faster and start using faster? And obviously, that's gonna go to automatic weapons. Like, let me show you over here. Let me pull up the SR3, and let me pull up the AWP. You see the difference in pull-up speed? It is way faster to just pull up some random automatic weapon and start shooting than it is to pull up a sniper and start shooting. So this point goes to automatic weapons, making this 2-2. The next category doesn't really matter as much, but I decided to include it anyways, and that's gonna be which one actually looks better. And I'm gonna give this to the automatic weapons, but only because most of the automatic weapons are way more modern. And I said most, not all of them, because something like the Barrett's pretty old. But I'm gonna use the KS1 as example again. The KS1 is way more modern, and it just looks better. KS1 was introduced in like 2022 or 3 or something, I forgot, something like that, but it's way more modern than something like the Car 98K or the M40. The Remington's also decently new. I think it was introduced in like the 2000s, maybe the 2010s, something like that. But yeah, that point goes to automatic weapons, making this 2-3. The sixth category is which one is better at close range, and you might automatically think it's automatic weapons, but that's actually not the case. Because it's true that you could pull it up faster and instantly start shooting, but the thing is, you still have to remember that snipers one-shot you, so it's still technically faster to use a sniper. That is saying that you pull it up without getting a shot, and you hit your shot without dying. That's why I give this a tie, so that's gonna make this 3-4. Now let's move on to ranged fights, and yes, snipers are gonna win this one, because it doesn't matter if you're super close to them or super far, snipers are still gonna one-shot you. That is, if you have good enough aim. And one-shotting makes snipers especially good at long range. That's why snipers are usually used for long range. I don't think anyone uses a sniper at close range. Like, don't most sniper people, or I should say snipers, don't most snipers just like sit in a bush or something, then use their scope and shoot them from like really far away? I don't think anyone uses a sniper at close range. In real life, it's probably incredibly ineffective. Well, it's not ineffective, it's inefficient. So snipers win the long-ranged fights. Now, moving on to which one is harder to fully master, that one also goes to snipers. I still haven't fully mastered snipers. I don't know how to fully use them, like sometimes I'll miss a bunch of shots and stuff, so I'm gonna give this point to snipers also, making this 5-4. Also, if you don't believe me on this one, why do you almost never see starters or noobs or beginners use snipers? Exactly. Well, I have seen them use it for long range, but they're using it for its intended purpose, which I think is what War Tycoon wants, but I don't know. Anyways, moving on to the next one is which one is easier for controllers. And this one isn't as important as the other ones because most people don't play War Tycoon on controllers. People still do, it's just more rare than like PC or something. That's because with controller, you can't like flick or do any of those things, so it's a lot harder to use snipers. Also, like I said, it's more forgiving to miss shots, which is way better for controller people. So that's gonna make this 5-5. And for the very last category, the 10th category, which one got nerfed twice? Just like take a moment and think about it. Snipers got nerfed twice that I can think about. First time was you had to quick scope to actually aim. Look, let me show you with the AWP. If you just shoot a sniper shot, you see that it didn't exactly hit where the crosshair was. You have to actually quick scope for it to be in the middle and actually land the shot. The second nerf was a lot more recent, but it was the one where it takes a lot longer to actually put up snipers. So considering snipers got nerfed twice, they're way harder to use, they were originally harder to use too, and people still use them, and are still good at it. That might actually conclude the video that snipers are better. Now they're not better for every scenario, but snipers in general I'd say are better than automatic weapons. You also have to consider the situation, the user, how good their aim is, but most of the time I'd say a sniper's better. Anyways, I hope I didn't make too many people crash out over this video, like, it's not that deep, but I know War Tycoon's community isn't the best at this kind of stuff. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, have a good day, and bye!